I'm going to be giving you a strategy you can trade every single day and will make you profitable as long as you follow on step by step. Last Thursday, I uploaded a video saying, please trade this strategy. And I broke down the strategy completely and utterly, exactly how to trade it. Since then, every single day it has played out. And every single day I was on stream trading it live with you boys. And we all did very, very well off of it. I'll put some clips on stream. Today, Tuesday, we made 3% using the strategy on EU. And I'll be breaking down exactly how we did so. This position was also sent into my signal, so I'll leave a link down below if you want to join. But let's get right into the strategy, boys. Okay, so first of all, let's address the problem. Majority of you don't have any direction. You don't have any clue really what's going on. So you stare at a market like this and you just see it as a consolidation. You just see it as it moving sideways. You might see a break either way, but you don't really know what you're looking at. You don't really know why price has gone up here. Why has it gone down here just to reverse and come back up? You don't really know what's going on. Now look at the difference when we turn on this. So now you can see we have the 3 sessions marked out. We have the Asia session in green, we have the London session in blue, and we have the New York session in yellow. Now what you have to realize about the market is it actively seeks out these session highs and these session lows. All right, specifically in the London session, because each session has its own objective that it needs to fulfill. And the Asia session is mainly to accumulate, which is why it mainly moves sideways. The London session is to manipulate, so it will move a bit more than the Asia session, but it won't really have a clear direction, which is why a lot of people lose, because they don't really know why it does what it does. You can see here, it kind of went up and then down and then back up again, but that's what it does. It manipulates, and then the New York session distributes. What I'm going to teach you to trade right now is the easiest way. Like, honestly, boys, if you've never been profitable before, you've never got funded before, this will surely do it if you just engage your brain for 2 seconds. So we're trading the London session from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is our trading times. That is where we are going to look for a move. And the move we're looking for is exactly these 2 moves you see here. How we take the Asia high and then move to the low, and then take the Asia low and then move to the high. This is what we see repeatedly over and over and over and over again in the markets. You'll see it at least once a week. Look, just go back. So this is Tuesday, for example. This is Monday, as you can see, we took the high and then rallied to the low and then rallied back to the high. This is Friday, obviously. You can see we took the low and then rallied up to the high and then rallied back down to the low again. This is again the day before that. This is Thursday. You see we took the low, rallied to the high and then rallied back down again. You can see blatantly these Asia highs are reacted off of so much during the London session. And I'm going to show you exactly how to trade it and how I trade it every single day. So the beauty of this strategy is you don't actually do anything until the Asia high or the low has been taken. And once it has been taken, it's, again, very, very simple of what you do. So what you're looking for, right, is a fair value gap whilst we take either the high or the low. So here, for example, I'm on the 5-minute time frame. You can see we've taken out that Asia high and there was fast momentum to do so. Right, and that fast momentum has left behind a fair value gap. I'll draw it there. So if you imagine back at the time, what we should really see is the market push up like that, because that is how we're meant to act off fair value gaps, right? So what we're looking for is for price to disrespect it and close below. Okay, close below that fair value gap, because that confirms to us not only are we taking out the Asia high, but we actually do intend to reverse and move to the Asia low. So it's our confirmation for us, basically. Right, so all we do is we play out the market, you wait until it closes below, and now we've closed below, you set your limit on the 50% level with your stop loss on the high and your TP on the low. So just like this, as you can see, the reason we didn't take this one is because if you look at the RR, it's 1 to 1.5, which if you don't know, it risk to reward means, so 1 to 1.5, if I risk £1, I make £1.50 back. So if I risk £1,000, I make 1,500 back. That is not very good. That's not good enough, right? I go for a minimum of 2 to 1 and I like to average a 3 to 1. All right, so I actually didn't take that trade, but as you can see, it did play out pretty quickly, went straight to TP. But that is pretty much how you trade it, right? So now you can see we've now taken the Asia low. Okay, so we took the Asia high and moved to the low. We've now taken out the low. All we have here is a fair value gap on a higher time frame, which is just a nice confirmation, but not essential. It just helps you a little bit if you've got something there. But essentially, we're looking for the exact same thing. So right now, there's not been a fair value gap formed. So I'm going to go on the lower time frames to see if we do have anything. And as you can see, we've got a 1 minute fair value gap there. So we've got 3 candles. You can see where we've taken the low. They've all got pretty strong momentum on them, right? They're all pretty big candles, and obviously the proof of that, the evidence of that, is we've left a fair value gap behind. So again, all I'm doing is marking up my fair value gap. And bear in mind, boys, we may well come up and then move down off that fair value gap. But I'm not in the trade at that point, so it doesn't matter. This is why we have this, to confirm if we're going to reverse after taking the Asia low. We know we do quite a lot of the time, but we need to know for sure. Not for sure, but we want to have some proof or some evidence that we're going to do that. So all I do is the exact same thing. I wait for us to invert it. There you go. You can see we inverted the fair value gap there. And as soon as we invert it, all I do is I'll set my limit again, either on 50% or on the immediate retap. I actually have mine on 50%. And my stop loss just there. And my TP, boys, so it's a bit different. When the Asia high has already been taken, obviously you can't just aim for the opposite side. So here, you would just aim, in this cell here, you just aim for this low, right? Simple. But here you can see, you can't really aim for that high because that high has already been taken. So what you do is you aim for the daily true open. And what this is basically 5 AM London time and it's 12 o'clock New York time. I'll do another video explaining why we use the daily true open, why it's important and why it's such a good level to aim for. But for now, just don't worry about it and just know it is a good level, so you should aim for it. It's the 5 AM time. I'm going to mark that out in black. If you want to know, boys, everything you have here, all this indicator, this Asia session indicator, London session, even the daily true open, it marks out. All of this is in my own indicator that we've built for our members. So just get in the Discord, boys, down below, and just send me a message and ask for it, and I can give you it over, boys. It's just not on the store. You just can't search for it, so I've got to send it over to you. Anyway, let's play out the rest of the trade. So it should be pretty simple by now what you're looking for. The Asia low or high to be taken, and then we're just looking for a fair value gap to be inverted, right? So we set our limit and we just wait for the trade to play out. You can see we're tapped in there. And now we wait. You can see it tapped back in multiple times, but then eventually flew off at about 10 AM. So you can see the beauty of this again is that you're only in the trade for, so you're getting in at 9 and you're getting out full TP an hour and 20 minutes later, right? So by 10:30, you're done for the day and there's no more trading. This is why so many people need to trade the London session, all right? So if you're not trading the London session, boys, get to know about the London session. This is the easiest way to trade it. I trade it live every single day. So just watch my streams and you will pick it up very quickly, I promise you. I do have mentorship where I teach it as well, and I do have a Signal group where you can just copy the trades. But I'm always big on you should learn as well. You should try to learn that skill. And this is a very, very easy strategy. Just wait for the Asia high or low to be taken. Wait for a fair value gap to be disrespected. Set your order on it. Stop loss at the high. TP at the low. Bob's your uncle, boys. I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll leave all my links down below for anything you may need. Good luck in the markets, boys. I'm sure you will smash it.